everyone, and welcome to another extensive session of Talk Lab Podcast. I'm Jack, and as always, I'm joined by the extraordinary Angelina. Today, we are embarking on a comprehensive journey into a topic that is crucial for anyone aiming to speak English naturally. Phrasal verbs, you must know. These expressions are indispensable because they're everywhere in daily conversation, media, and even professional communication. Angelina, are you prepared to navigate our listeners through this rich landscape of phrasal verbs?
Absolutely, Jack. Phrasal verbs may initially appear intimidating because they combine a verb with a preposition or an adverb, often creating meanings that are not immediately obvious from the verb itself. Yet, they are the heartbeat of authentic English communication. Mastering them allows learners to express themselves with nuance, fluidity, and confidence. Today, we'll explore a vast array of essential phrasal verbs, provide detailed explanations, use them in varied contexts, and demonstrate methods to internalize them effectively.
Let's begin with the phrasal verbs that dominate everyday speech. One foundational example is bring up, which means to introduce a topic. Instead of saying I want to mention something, you could say, I'd like to bring up an important idea. This small substitution immediately elevates your conversational style, making it sound more natural and engaging.
Precisely. Another frequently employed phrasal verb is come across, signifying to encounter something unexpectedly. I came across an intriguing article online yesterday. Here, come across communicates spontaneity, adding authenticity to narration or conversation.
And then we have look after, a practical verb, meaning to care for someone or something. I look after my younger sibling whenever my parents are away, using look after instead of take care of. Subtly enhances the natural flow of spoken English.
Another pivotal phrasal verb is figure out, meaning to understand or solve a problem. I couldn't figure out the instructions at first, but after rereading them, I understood. This kind of phrasing is indispensable in problem solving and discussion.
Right. Get along is essential in social contexts, indicating harmonious relationships. I get along extremely well with my teammates. It succinctly conveys relational ease, replacing longer expressions like have a good relationship with.
We also need to consider put off, which denotes postponement or delay. I had to put off the meeting until next week. Utilizing phrasal verbs like this not only increases comprehension, but also improves the natural rhythm of speech.
And what about run into, which signifies an unexpected encounter? I ran into an old friend while walking through the park. This small, casual phrase communicates surprise and spontaneity.
Similarly, turn down is critical, meaning to refuse or reject. I had to turn down the invitation due to a prior engagement. It's softer and more conversational than the formal reject, making communication feel genuine.
Carry on is another versatile verb, meaning to continue. Despite several interruptions, we carried on with our discussion. Its usage spans formal meetings, casual conversations, and narrative storytelling alike.
Then we have breakdown, which is multifaceted. It can mean a mechanical failure. The printer broke down yesterday, or an emotional collapse. She broke down when she heard the news. Recognizing context is crucial for accurate comprehension.
Indeed. Another one frequently used is look up, meaning to search for information. I looked up the term online. Failing to understand phrasal verbs in context can lead to miscommunication. So this skill is critical for listening and reading comprehension.
One extremely effective method to reinforce these verbs is storytelling. Incorporate multiple phrasal verbs in a narrative. For example, yesterday I ran into an old friend at the cafe. I decided to bring up an idea for a joint project, but she had to turn down the suggestion due to her schedule. Using stories in this way embeds the verbs into memory naturally and vividly.
Multi-meaning phrasal verbs often challenge learners. Consider take off. It can imply removing clothing. He took off his jacket. Departing. The flight took off on schedule. Or rapid success. Her career took off last year. Exposure to multiple contexts improves adaptability and understanding.
Another is give up, which conveys surrender or cessation. Despite multiple failures, she didn't give up. Recognizing these expressions in conversations is key for both speaking and listening proficiency.
Listeners should engage in shadowing practice. Mimic dialogues from native speakers, podcasts, or movies. Pay attention to pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation while embedding phrasal verbs into your speech.
Yes, and creating visual associations helps too. For example, setup might be visualized as arranging furniture for a meeting. Tables aligned, chairs in place, microphones ready. We set up the conference room for the presentation. Imagery anchors meanings in memory.
Similarly, take over can be visualized as assuming control. The new manager took over the department this month. Associating verbs with physical actions or scenarios enhances retention.
Immersing yourself consistently in English is paramount. Read stories, watch videos, listen to conversations, and identify phrasal verbs. Repetition combined with active usage strengthens memory.
Role-playing is also indispensable. Simulate ordering at restaurants, negotiating in business, or casual chats with friends. Using phrasal verbs in context solidifies fluency.
Chunking phrasal verbs by themes, work, travel, emotions, relationships, makes learning organized and manageable. For example, travel-related verbs: check in, take off, get in, set out. Emotional verbs: cheer up, calm down, lighten up, break down.
Synonyms aid vocabulary growth. Instead of repeating give up, alternate with surrender, quit, or throw in the towel. Variety enhances expression and understanding.
Predictive listening is crucial. Anticipate phrasal verbs in conversations. If I hear I need to, I might expect figure out or look into. This enhances listening speed and comprehension.
And don't underestimate reflection exercises. Journaling with phrasal verbs, recording your speech, and reviewing ensures the verbs are internalized.
Finally, embrace mistakes. Misusing phrasal verbs initially is natural. Consistent application leads to mastery. Fluency is built step by step with practice and persistence.
Continuing from where we left off, let's explore even more phrasal verbs that are indispensable in daily interactions. For example, pick up is incredibly versatile. It can mean collecting someone. I'll pick up my friend from the station, acquiring a skill. She quickly picked up Spanish while living in Madrid, or even noticing subtle details. Did you pick up on the hint he dropped during the meeting? Understanding multiple contexts makes this verb particularly powerful.
Another frequent and useful phrasal verb is bring about, which conveys causing change. The new policies brought about significant improvements in workplace efficiency. This is particularly valuable in discussions, presentations, and analytical commentary.
Let's not forget call off, which is vital for cancellations. They had to call off the event due to unforeseen circumstances. Instead of using formal terms like cancel, phrasal verbs create a conversational tone.
Similarly, get over indicates overcoming challenges. It took him months to get over the disappointment. Using these expressions conveys resilience and personal growth in conversations.
Go over is essential when reviewing material. Let's go over the report before submitting it. This phrase is commonly used in educational, professional, and casual contexts, making it highly practical.
And come up with is indispensable when generating ideas. She came up with a brilliant solution to the problem. It demonstrates creativity and initiative in dialogue.
This is look forward to is useful to express anticipation. I look forward to our meeting next week. Using it naturally signals politeness and engagement in conversation.
Another pivotal phrasal verb is set out, which can mean to begin a journey or to present objectives. They set out to explore new markets, or he set out his arguments clearly in the essay. Context determines usage, and learners must practice extensively.
Run out of indicates depletion. We ran out of coffee this morning. This verb is practical in both informal and formal situations, covering supplies, time, or energy.
Turn up carries multiple interpretations. Appearing at a location, she turned up at the party unexpectedly, increasing volume. Could you turn up the music? Or being discovered, the missing file turned up in the archives. Understanding nuances is crucial for fluent comprehension.
One excellent technique is creating stories with phrasal verbs. For instance, while I went over the instructions, I came up with a new approach, but my colleague turned down the suggestion. Later, we carried on with our original plan, and finally, everything worked out perfectly. Such narratives embed multiple verbs naturally.
Absolutely. Exposure through media consumption is also invaluable. Listening to podcasts, watching series, or even news broadcasts helps learners absorb phrasal verbs in authentic context. The more you hear them, the faster you internalize their meanings and nuances.
Bring back is a versatile verb denoting returning or recalling memories. This song brings back so many childhood memories. Utilizing it in conversations adds emotion and personal connection.
Another versatile expression is check out. It can mean inspecting something. I need to check out this new cafe. Borrowing items. I checked out a book from the library. Or even experiencing something exciting. You should check out the new exhibition. Versatility makes it extremely common in English.
Hang out is informal but crucial for social interactions. We love to hang out at the park on weekends. Using casual phrasal verbs makes learners' speech sound natural and contemporary.
And backup is multifunctional. Support someone. I'll back you up during the meeting. Make copies. Don't forget to back up your files. or move backward physically. He backed up when the dog approached. These multiple meanings highlight the importance of context.
Exposure to real-life examples accelerates learning. Using phrasal verbs in conversations, writing, and mental rehearsal reinforces retention.
Integrating body language and gestures while practicing helps memory. Acting out scenarios while saying pick up, carry on, or run into anchors meanings kinetically.
Another essential practice is self-dialogue. Narrate your day in English using phrasal verbs. This morning I woke up, got dressed, headed out, and ran into my neighbor. We went over the local news, and I came up with an idea for my project. Repetition in personal contexts solidifies mastery.
Grouping verbs by theme is also effective. For work, follow up, hand in, fill out. For emotions, cheer up, calm down, break down. For travel, check in, take off, set out. Organizing them cognitively eases recall.
Using idiomatic expressions with phrasal verbs boosts authenticity. Break up instead of end a relationship, or call it off instead of cancel. These phrases convey native-like fluency.
Predictive listening and active engagement are crucial. Anticipate the phrasal verbs in dialogue and attempt to use them in responses. This enhances both understanding and spontaneous speaking.
Review and repetition are key. Maintain a personal log of phrasal verbs. Write sample sentences and revisit them frequently. This practice strengthens long-term memory.
Remember, patience is vital. Mastery takes consistent effort, but by immersing yourself, practicing daily, and applying phrasal verbs in context, fluency naturally emerges.
To summarize, success comes from contextual learning, storytelling, shadowing, thematic grouping, visualization, repetition, role-playing, journaling, predictive listening, and embracing mistakes. Each strategy reinforces the others.
Every phrasal verb you learn is a step toward confident, natural, and engaging English communication. Continue practicing, apply these strategies, and enjoy the journey.
Thank you, Angelina, for this comprehensive guidance. Listeners, start integrating these methods today and witness your English expression evolve seamlessly.
Farewell, everyone. Speak boldly, practice consistently, and let phrasal verbs transform your English fluency.
That concludes this extensive episode of Talk Lab Podcast. Keep practicing, remain persistent, and we'll see you in the next session.